back into the stream. Today is another episode of the Day-to-Day Life as a Reseller. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We are going to jump in here and get started. If you're in the chat, let me know. Greatly appreciate those of you that jump on right away. If you can let me know if there's any issues with sound or audio still running or video glitching or whatever we got going on. We've been plagued by them recently, but fingers crossed for a good stream today without any of those issues. It's gonna be interesting to say the least. To get started. Oh, what's up, Pete? The music makes logging in early worth it. Awesome. No issues with the sound or video. Crystal clear. Let's go. Thank you, Green, for joining. Appreciate it. Thank you guys for always being there right at the start. Gets me going and ready to rock, as they say. We got lots of stuff going on and lots of stuff to ship out, so it should be a good stream. We've got obviously the main topic. It is time to launch the store website that I've been building, and it is live. So if you are here just for that, you can check out the link in the description box. We still got a little bit of work to do, but we're going to talk about that in a minute. But it is live, so go check that out after the video, preferably, or if you want to check it out while you're watching, that works too. But we do have that going on, and we're going to dig into kind of what that has entailed so far, as well as some of the stuff that we still have to work on, because there is still a lot going on with that, but we will take it. So that is kind of the main topic, but we've got all kinds of other stuff going on in the realm of reselling, as well as obviously shipping out a whole bunch of orders. We got a whole bunch of hats here, as you can see, already prepped and ready to go, and we're going to start on that. Perfect day actually to ship a lot of hats, because obviously that's what the website's all about. So we're going to dig right in. I do apologize, guys. I don't know what is the deal with my allergies today, but we're going to be drinking a little more water than usual, so bear with me during that. Hopefully you guys can't hear it. All right, so let's dig right in. We're going to go ahead and get started with some sales going out as we talk about a few little things that have happened over the weekend. But first, as always, let me know in the comment box how your guys' weekend has been, what you guys have been up to in reselling or even not reselling. You can just let me know, and we're going to go ahead and get started with a few things. Very first order going out today is this Vera Bradley bag, but it is a Florida Gators bag. Picked this up from a supplier for $10 and sold it, I believe, for $60. Yeah, $60. And honestly, it's only been up for a couple of weeks, so glad to see that sold really fast. I wasn't sure on it, honestly. I know Vera Bradley can be good, but I didn't know how that crossover would work with sports. Apparently it does. And like I said, we did sell this. It had, I think, 1 sold comp and like 4 listings, so the sell-through wasn't great on it. But like I said, you never know, and for $10 I figured it was worth a shot for the profit range, and it paid off, so can't complain there. I don't know if you call it, I guess, let's see, what is it? It's toward the end of July. I guess people are heading back to college here pretty soon. I don't know. I didn't go. So I think it starts normally in August, if I remember correctly. We sold quite a bit of college stuff this weekend. It's college team stuff, Texas Longhorns, I think Oklahoma State, quite a few different things like that. So it's starting to pick up, which is good. I do have some of that. I don't have as much as I would like to have, but I do pick it up whenever I can find it, and that's been really good so far this week. Like I said, we sold 3 or 4 things, and I haven't sold a lot in a while, so pretty cool to see that go. Next up on the order list, we got this little tiny Superman duck that we picked up at the bin store. A whole bunch of these for, I think we paid like $1 for the whole bag, so I literally have maybe 10 cents a piece in these, if that. We sold this guy here for $13, believe it or not, and we sold it on Mercari, so no fees. We did have to pay shipping, obviously, but no fees on it, so nice little profit there from 10 cents. And we've been selling the daylights out of them. We sold all our Olafs, and now we're down to Superman, Cinderella, and I think Ariel or something like that, one of the other Disney princesses going out. Pete said the new college football game came out recently. That is true. That is true. That could be exactly why it's going, honestly. I know the guys over in Bread and Butter have been playing that nonstop. But yeah, that could actually be a really good point. Everybody wearing their gear while they play the video games. All right, so what have we got going on this week, guys? I apologize. I've gotten my weeks mixed up. I've got some notes on here, and I can't remember if we talked about them last week or if I'm mistaking which week it is. I'm going to be honest with you. I've been so not confused, just doing the mundane stuff every single day. I lose track of my days really easily. and that's kind of where we're at with some of these topics. So hopefully I'm right. I can't remember, was Prime, I think Prime Day was last week, and I don't remember if we talked about it. If anybody knows, let me know. If that was this past week or the week before, I don't remember. But we're going to talk about it once I can find a hat that is not a sports hat to ship out. Next up on the order list, we got this RVCA hat going out. We picked these up from the $10 hat sale, I believe. Let me double check. No, never mind. These are from a different sale. I got these for $5 and sold this one for $37. The RVCA is a great brand. If you guys haven't checked, if you don't pay attention to that one when you're outsourcing, definitely recommend it. It's selling really well for me. So just a bolo on that. But we do got that hat going out. Like I said, 5 into 37 on that. I can't remember, and again, if I covered this already, just tell me and I'll shut up. But we had Prime Day, and like I said, I believe that was this past week. And I've always wondered, when I was beginning to get into reselling, how that worked as far as with eBay, Amazon. How does that affect your sales? Does it cause your sales to go up? Does it go down? So on and so forth. It's pretty self-explanatory. Honestly, eBay tanked really bad. I went 2 days there where I was barely making a couple $100 on eBay's platform. Again, to be expected. My Amazon did not take off the first day, but the second day I did like almost $1,000 just in Amazon sales. So it kind of evened out. I guess you could say it evened out for the week. I didn't really see a giant decrease because of Prime Day, but I thought it was pretty interesting that it did affect it even on Amazon. I was kind of expecting to just see an increase overall on Amazon, but it didn't actually hit till that second day. I guess people realized that their stuff wasn't going to be on sale, and they just kind of gave up on it. But I'd be interested to know how your guys' sales went like through those 2 days, especially. Did it boost back up afterwards? My Amazon's been on fire. I do have a lot of inventory over there right now that I've been picking up recently, so I don't want to blame it all on Prime Day, but I would be interested to know how you guys, how your guys' sales went on your different platforms. It'd be pretty interesting to know. So let me know in the comment box on that one. But yeah, it was, like I said, it dropped, but then it picked back up on Amazon. eBay's been a little bit slow all week, but again, that's kind of to be expected. I haven't really listed much over there besides hats. I've got hats going up every single day, but I haven't added a whole bunch else to that, so I don't expect it to really take off. This next one is a Calvin Klein t-shirt 4-pack. We actually sold this on Amazon. I've had this listed forever, so I don't know if I just got the lowest rate or what the deal is with that, but we sold it for $45. We paid $13 at a Marshall's yellow tag event, which should be coming up shortly, hopefully. It's about that time of the year. But yeah, we picked those up, like I said, for $13. It was a longer hold. I didn't want to hold it that long, but I waited it out just because I knew I sold a bunch of them when I first got them at 45, and then they just kind of died off. I think they got tanked pretty heavily, so that could be why. But they came back as per usual. So 13 into 45 for that. What else we got? We do want to talk about, obviously we are going to talk about the website. We're not going to wait that out forever, but we are going to talk about that, and that's going to be a whole big topic that I'm hopefully not going to bore everybody with, because it is kind of a little more unique. Obviously, if you're not doing websites, it's not going to really apply to you, but hopefully you guys are interested in it. But we still have a lot of other little things that I wanted to mention. My Mercari and Poshmark actually took off this week. Well, I shouldn't say took off. Mercari, I ended up with, I think, 3 or 4 sales this week. And Poshmark, I finally got another one after not having one forever. Literally, I think we got the 2 when we first listed on Poshmark, when we first started cross-listing. That first weekend, we got 2 sales over there. And then we haven't had anything since until yesterday. And we sold, I believe, a hat over there. I'll have to check. I marked it on the label. But so it's been really slow over there, honestly. But that's because I'm not sharing. I'm not doing everything that they need done over there that they want to see done. I need to. I've been focused on other things, obviously. So I haven't gotten back into that. We did sell Funko Pop. This is Sarah Sanderson from Hocus Pocus. And these are commons, but they're not super easy to find. I can't remember if they're still available or not, if they're still making them. But we did sell this one. I believe we only sold it for we still got $18 out of it, which isn't bad for Funkos this time of year. No, just in general, it's not bad for Funko Pops. but it's still not great. Honestly, when we bought these, a lot of these were going for a lot more. So kind of sad to see them tank down that much. We are using a box we found in the bin store for $1. I actually found a whole box of these, about 25, 30 of these boxes for $1 on Dollar Day in the bins. I have been hitting that. I don't remember if I told you guys, but I've been hitting Dollar Day the past 2-3 weeks just for the fun of it. Honestly, not finding a ton that I really wanted to mess with. I'm just being picky. But hey, there's a few things, and I'll take whatever supplies I can get for $1 for sure. All right, what do we got next? I'm going to move through these and the shoes, and then we'll do the hats last because that's going to apply to the website, and we're going to talk about that a little bit. Next up, we have some slides. These are the Hey Dude slides. You guys have seen me sell these a lot. They've been going out. We've been selling them for about $40, and we paid $15 for them. I'm not going to go through every single one of these because, like I said, I think we sold 4 pair this weekend, which is good. Glad to see them moving. Unfortunately, they're having a little bit higher return rate than I wanted to see over on Amazon, so hopefully that slows down. But they're definitely a good seller, especially once Hey Dude clearance is out of theirs. They quit selling on eBay, or on Amazon. They do sell on eBay, Amazon, their website. So you kind of have to wait for them to sell out. But once they sell out, you can normally get at least retail, if not a little bit higher. I've gotten 45 to 50 on these if I wanted to wait them out. I'm trying to rotate through some inventory, get some capital back because we are getting ready for that move here in a few months. We did finalize that. It does look like it's going to be the first week of October. So obviously streams are probably going to go down for a couple weeks during that. I'll try to have some content for you guys, but we may just do some spur of the moment streams during that also, just show you guys what's going on. We'll see what happens. Depends on how stressful, but I am excited about that to finally, hopefully, find a place that I can set up my inventory. Again, another pair of those Hey Dudes that we just shipped out. Let's see here. We had some crazy stuff. Let me see if I have that hat. We actually had a crazy call out in bread and butter. You guys hear me talk about it all the time. I'll go ahead and explain it just real quick for those of you that are new and maybe rewatching this. Thank you all. For those of you that do watch after the live stream, appreciate that. We've been having a lot of people do that, so thank you so much. But Bread and Butter is just a Discord group that we share leads, we help out each other, we post topics, anything reselling related basically is over there. It is $40 a month, but we have some awesome leads that get posted, some great sales that we get extra notice on, all kinds of good stuff. And this is a perfect example of that. Now, this is probably one of the goated sales we've had in a minute, but we actually had a $1 clearance sale on hats. I'm not going to say where. We're going to keep that in the group. Obviously, people pay for that. So huge shout out to the member who called that out, and we cleaned up. I think we ended up with about 150 hats for $1 each. Myself, and I know a bunch of the other group did as well. So crazy sale on that. This was one of those. These are actually a grunt style hats. Never really thought of buying them to resell before. I wear their stuff all the time. But this particular one I seen was $25 on Amazon. Obviously for $1, I'm going to buy it anyways. But we actually got $24 for it over on Amazon. So $1 into 24 from that call out over in Bread and Butter. If you're interested in Bread and Butter and you do reselling and you're interested and you're not a part of it already, definitely check out the link or shoot me a message. I know the link is basically a sign up link. And there's not a whole lot of information, obviously, because it just varies on the time of the year what we've got posted over there. But if you are interested, definitely shoot me a message and let me know, and I can kind of explain what it is and see if it's something that would be beneficial for you. I make my money back every single month on that, just on some of the leads and crazy sales and stuff in there. So I highly recommend it, but definitely something, if you're interested, let me know. I do have a sign up link down below, and we do get a small kickback from that if you do sign up through that link. But like I said, I want to make sure it's something you're actually going to use before that, so let me know. But yeah, crazy deal on that. And actually there was a clearance sale part of that too, not just the dollar hats. And we cleaned up on some winter apparel. I actually grabbed a lot of hoodies, Nike, Under Armour, and what else did we grab? I feel like there was something else major that I'm missing. Some Under Armour polos, and they're already selling on Amazon. I sold 1 or 2 like an hour after I posted them. So crazy deals over there. Huge shout out to the member that called that out. That was something we didn't even have a heads up on. So, but we were able to clean up on it, and I can't complain. I'm always going to take hats for $1. You guys know that. Me and my hats kind of have a love-hate relationship. I love them, but I hate buying them because that's all I buy. Next up, we have a NES SNES controller adapter for a Wii U or Wii U. These I picked up at a bin store a long time ago. I think I paid $4 a piece for these, and we're selling them for 15 bucks. I picked up, I think, 25 originally, 25, 30 of them, something like that. There was a crazy amount in the bins, and we're down to, I think, the last 4. So they sell consistently. Just every couple of weeks I'll sell one. But for 15, I mean, 4 into 15, making an easy $5, basically $7, something like that off of each of those. And like I said, they work great. And a lot of people leave me reviews. I don't know if it's just something that they didn't expect to work, but I get a lot of reviews and feedback from it. All right, where are we at here? So let's talk about the website. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and screen share. There is a link in the description box below. And if you've stuck around this long to talk about it, I want to give you a huge shout out. If any of you guys are interested, I'm going to be putting in a discount code. I'm not sure how long this discount code is going to work, maybe for a week to 2 weeks, maybe till the next video and the next live stream. But if anybody are interested in any of the hats on the website, I've got a 10% discount code that you guys can use just a way of saying thanks off of any purchase. Okay, I offer free shipping over there, and it's $10 or it's 10% off of anything that you purchase over there. I know it's not the hugest discount, and we'll maybe do some bigger discounts later on, but for now we're going to start with that. And the discount code is just Delco Resells. Okay. If I believe I'll put a link, there'll be a link in the description, and then if for some reason you can't get that discount code to work, shoot me a message. We'll get it over there. But it is Delco Resells, is all it is. I think we're going to limit it to like the first 25 orders or whatever, or the week, whatever it is. It won't be valid forever, but you can definitely check it out. And I want to give you guys kind of a preview of what we got going on over there if you're interested. So hopefully you are, and this isn't too boring, but we're going to go ahead and screen share over here and show you guys just what we're working with in the new website. So you guys can obviously go check this out for yourself. We've got the website up here, and we are still doing this, still work in progress. Okay, so if you guys see any flaws, any issues, any concerns at all, let me know. I would love some feedback on this. And trying to get some feedback from some other people just to get an idea of how useful the website is. If it's clunky, if there's things that are hard to navigate, definitely let me know. But this is what we've got going on. As you can see, we've got a lot of hats in here, and you can obviously sort by a few different ways. This is just the front page. Obviously, you guys can go check this out. The link is in the description box. We'll love for you guys to check it out and see what you guys think and let me know. Even if you're in the live chat now, you can let me know what you think. But it has been a lot of work. So we've got up here, you can shop by a few different ways. You can go by team here, the different leagues and so on. And there are actually a few more down here. I'm not super happy with the menu yet, so we're still working on that. But it is what it is for now. But you can, search by your team. Obviously, I'm an Arizona Cardinals fan, so you can click over here and pull up all the Arizona Cardinals items that I have. You can sort. If you just want to see the hats, you can go over here to category and just search hats. There's all kinds of sorting ways here too. Obviously the teams doesn't apply here, but this is if you search just generically. You can also search for a particular item or anything like that in the search bar. So, I mean, it's a typical website, guys. You know how these work. But the reason why I'm pointing out a lot of this stuff is because I had no idea how much work was in the background of this to get everything to pop up right. And I still probably don't have them right. So if you guys ever go to one of these links and it doesn't show the right items, or it's not showing anything, feel free to let me know. There's a lot of options you can do as far as that, whether it's in the comment box below or shoot me a message on Instagram or anything like that. Please let me know, because I have literally gone through this website 100 times trying to click on every single link that I can think of, and every time I go through I find something else that I missed. So there's all kinds of glitches and stuff like that I have to work out, and that's literally what I've been doing for the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, just working on the glitches. Everything's been in the site forever. It's just taking me a long time. But like I said, we do seem to have most of it worked out. I see a glitch here with this image that didn't work, so I'll have to fix that, add it to my notes. But there's a lot of different ways, like I said, you can search all this stuff. Hopefully it shows you guys what you're actually looking for. And then, like I said, if there's anything that doesn't, then let me know. But that is the website, and it has been a work in progress for sure. Now, the contact us pages and the about us pages and stuff have contact forms. If you guys want to go through that, that's fine too. However you want to do it, I would appreciate any feedback you guys can give me on the website. Lord knows I need it because, like I said, it's been a work in progress. Hopefully the logos and stuff are applicable to my category. I'm not a graphic designer. My wife is helping me out with it. She's not necessarily one, but she actually has a way better eye for it than I do. And hopefully it pans out with that logo and stuff. We might have to change it up. I'm not sure. But that was just what we could come up with, and then we'll see how it applies. I think it's really cool. I actually really like it. But I'm not sure how that's going to categorize with like the fitted crowd, just that kind of category. I don't want it to seem cheesy or cheap. I also don't want it to seem scammy. And that's kind of the biggest thing right now I've been working on, is trying to make sure that the website doesn't come across as a scam website. I want it to look legit. I want it to be something that people aren't afraid to buy from. And that's been one of the bigger things that I didn't even think about. I mean, I could go through a laundry list, and I promise I won't take a ton of time on this, guys, but there were so many things that you just never think of when you're doing it. You think of, oh, let's just create the site, throw my products up there and go. But there's things like, making sure it looks legit. There's things like making sure all the product get in there. I'm using a couple of tools for that. They work pretty well, but again, I'm importing from eBay. And so, some of them are missing photos. Some of them, the titles aren't right. And I had to go through and standardize all the titles. I literally spent 3 days standardizing pricing, just going through and making sure the pricing kind of matches and it's not all over the place. It's just been a crazy amount of work, but I'm super proud of it, super happy with it, and hopefully it pans out. And we're going to obviously share how successful or not successful it is with you guys as we go along. Let's see. Pete said, I checked it out. It looks good. It's got me sidetracked because I don't know what dead stock meant. So that's something that's kind of, I wondered about, honestly, but I didn't want to be something, I didn't want to try to compete with lids or, some sort of hat, something or whatever. And dead stock is literally just a meaning in the fashion category of brand new old styles is what dead stock is. So if you're talking dead stock shoes, you're talking about shoes that have been discontinued, that aren't made anymore, that are still brand new, ready to go, as if you were buying them off of a store or anything like that. And that's why we went with it. Again, it applies more to the crowd that I'm looking for. I guess I shouldn't say that, but it applies to who would be looking for these hats. So the website is going to be mainly focused on what I want to call kind of the fitteds and stuff like that. I've got a perfect example here of what we're kind of going for. So I carry basically all of my hats are discontinued. They're old models. They're anything that are kind of, maybe not the hottest thing out there, but they're still brand new. And the fact is, a lot of people still look for these. So for instance, this Grizzlies hat has been out of stock for a while. It's a snapback. It's nothing crazy, honestly. It's taken a minute to sell, but this is stuff that people would still like to find. They may not like what's out right now, and they want to find some styles that aren't out and aren't as popular. So that's what I'm going for, and that's the whole idea of it. This is a great example of one of those hats. I've got a few others in here I'll point out if I think of it. So that's kind of the category. And with most people that are looking for that are into it, collectors and stuff like that, they're going to know what dead stock means, and that's actually what they're going to maybe search for. I'm hoping. We'll see. But it's definitely one of those categories that I'm kind of trying to focus on bringing in that appeal. Because obviously, if you're looking for the latest styles or the brand new releases, I'm not going to have them. I'm not a new era dealer. I don't plan on being a new era dealer. Oops, knocked a hat off there. So it's one of those things that I'm trying to kind of categorize on or focus on a category that not everybody else has. And that's the goal with the dead stock name. That was a long explanation of that. Sorry, V. Let's see. Great site. Congrats. Thank you, CJ Stretzer. I appreciate that. I always use Canva for logos because I'm not good, and that makes it easy. I know. I've tried, and I suck at it. I have not been able to come up with anything even remotely close to what it should be. My wife does a lot better job with that, and she's the one that came up with all of these so far, so I appreciate her on that. Actually, you know what? I think, I'm not even going to lie, I think I came up with the logo. And when I say I came up with it, I literally think I used an AI generator or something like that to come up with it. I did it a long time ago, so I can't even remember what it is. But that's definitely what I had to do, because there's no way I could come up with it otherwise. This hat that we just showed you, this Grizzlies hat, is a Poshmark order. So this actually sold, I'm sorry, not a Poshmark, a Whatnot order. So this sold over on Whatnot for $35, and we paid $11 from these. This was a call out over in Bread and Butter as well. I believe it was a Hat Club call out, because these were some exclusive colorways. But we did get $35 for that. Like I said, I spent a lot of time this week going through and kind of redoing my pricing, getting them more universal. So most of my fitteds are, you know, anywhere from 40 to 60, 40 to 55 for the most part. There's a few 60s in there. And then kind of getting all my 3930s in the same price. They're not going to be exactly the same across all of them because some are harder to find than others. And so we're obviously going to charge a little bit more, or I may have paid more for them. However I figured that out. But it's definitely, it took a lot longer than I thought with that. I spent most of last week just going through and getting the photos oriented correctly. The first photo to be the right angle, and then the second getting them all organized. When I imported them in from eBay, they didn't go through very well, so that kind of sucked. But and there I am forgetting to do what I was planning on doing. But like I said, it's one of those things that it just takes time. I mean, even doing the menus took almost a whole day just getting the menu done. So it's been a crazy amount of work. I know you guys don't necessarily want to hear all about that, but that's what we've been into. I've got these cards. These are just advertising my website. I'm hoping I don't get in trouble for this, but we are going to be throwing them in some of my orders just to kind of hopefully get a little bit more traffic over there. I don't know if that's against eBay's terms of service. Hopefully not. And if it is, hopefully I don't get in trouble for it. But we are going to throw them in here. I planned on throwing this in the box when I originally packed it, but I forgot. So we're just going to slide it right in there. There we go. Got it in there. But just kind of to get some of that. I do get a lot of repeat buyers over on eBay. And that's why I'm actually looking at doing this, because I know I can get some traffic from there. I've got some buddies that are in the hat game as far as they do some designing of their own hats and so on. And I know they would be willing to do it for me also. I haven't officially launched, so the website is live. It will not be officially launched. I've got Facebook pages, Instagram pages, all that stuff for it. That'll be going out, I think this weekend is when we'll do it. So there's kind of a soft opening, I guess you could say. Basically just trying to get it in there. Going to do some test orders and just, you know, see how it goes. Testing out on you guys if you guys are interested in buying anything. But we're just kind of doing a soft launch, and then hopefully I can finish all those minor details and everything at the end of this week. So throughout the rest of this week, get it finalized, and we'll go official grand opening, I guess you could say, the end of this week. So hopefully that works out pretty well. And I'll let you know next week how it goes, because obviously we'll be dealing with it a lot. Next up, we have a Texas Longhorns hat. We did sell this one on Poshmark. That's why it's going in a priority mailbox. We sold it, I believe, for $30, and they paid for shipping. So they paid like $38 for this hat. Poshmark does take 20% instead of 15%. Here I go again, not putting my card in the hat box. But like I said, they pay for shipping, so it actually works out. I make a little bit more on those ones. That hat we actually picked up from Ross, I believe. Ross or Marshalls, one of the two, for $10 or $11 after tax. So we've had that one for a minute too, honestly. I think I've had those for 2 years now. So glad to see some of these older hats moving. Definitely needed. All right, let's ship some shoes. Real quick. Got a couple of those going out. Shoes have slowed down for me, but that I believe is just because I don't have a ton. Most of the shoes that I have are ones that I've had for a minute, so I probably need to readjust some pricing on them. I don't know exactly. I haven't gone through everything, but definitely something I need to do. I just have not had a chance to, obviously, with everything going on. That's one of the things with his website. I thought it was just going to be an easy create it and kind of let it go, let it do its thing. I didn't think I'd have to do a whole lot other than adding new product. But as I've gone through this, even just doing like the announcement post and stuff like that on Instagram and stuff, you need to have a social media presence to get something like this up and going. And even after that, you want to still have a social media presence. And I forget how long that takes. So I'm really hoping it pays off, because I'm going to have to dedicate some time to it, even after we get it launched. And it's something I didn't think about, to be completely honest with you. So hopefully it's paying off. But it is going to take some of that. Obviously, we're going to have to do some marketing with emails and stuff like that. And again, I am terrible with design, so it's really going to take a toll. But I want to do it. I think it's going to work, especially if we can get some sort of foothold early on. I think it's really going to be worth it. But it is going to be a lot of work, and hopefully it's not something. Hopefully it's something I enjoy. Like I said, I've not done this before on a level for myself. I've helped some other people do it, but with doing it myself, it is going to be very interesting to see how that all works out. We've got these size 7 women's New Balances going out. These are a wide size. Yeah, size 7 wide going out. And We picked these up from a Kohl's clearance event. So I think, if I remember correctly, why are these sticking together so bad? If I can get my poly mailer. I think we paid $20 for these and sold them for $55. So nothing crazy, but we'll definitely take it. Still profit, probably about a $15 profit margin, or profit. Can't talk. $15 profit, a little bit lower than the margins that I'm looking for, but we will take it. All right, what else we got going on? Obviously, with being focused on the website, eBay has taken a hit. I have not been able to do a lot of work over there besides just getting listings up. We are going to be focusing hopefully tomorrow, and the next day at the latest, we'll be wrapping up everything on the website. And then we're going to take Wednesday, for sure Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, well, at least Wednesday, Thursday, and focus back on eBay, getting everything back and going. I have a lot of inventory coming in. Inventory is stacking up. We've gotten some crazy sales over the past week or two, and they're just starting to come in now. So I've got a lot of work to do. I've got literally probably another 500 to 700 hats. No, it is every bit of 700 hats I've got to get listed. So it's a lot of work stacking up again. And basically my goal is for this month, I got a week and a half left here. 2 weeks, I think, is just to finish the website and get as much of the hats as I can listed and good to go. Has Instagram helped your business in any way? Sorry, I'm reading comments here from CJ Treasure. Not necessarily, but I haven't done anything with it yet. So I don't do anything with my eBay, eBay, Amazon, like all that. I don't do anything with that. The only thing I use Instagram for is the YouTube channel here, and now I will be using it on the website. But this website is brand new. I've never had a website. I've never had a following. I've never had anything like that for just hats. So the delcosdeadstock.com is brand new. So I don't know yet. I'm sure it will, and I know that's one of the biggest things with companies is having a social media presence. You definitely need one. But like I said, I'm just starting, so I don't even know. I think I've got 10 followers over there. I haven't pushed anything yet. So I haven't even shared this really to I take that back. I did share it to my personal Facebook page, so some of my friends and family, and that's where I got my likes and stuff from. But I haven't actually tried to promote it yet or anything like that. That'll all be happening this weekend. So the more I think about it, the more I'm probably going to end up spending all week again on the website. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I haven't really utilized it for anything else. There are some people that do use it for their reselling businesses. I don't feel like maybe now that I have a lot of hats and I have a lot of shoes, I could get a following. But beforehand, I've always felt like it was pointless because I literally carried so much random stuff. This is another pair of Hey Dude slides. I'm not going to take them out. You guys have seen these already today and in past ones. Again, 15 into 42 on this particular pair. But yeah, I don't know how it would work with the reselling business, especially if you're not kind of niche down like this. I mean, if you carry Funko or you carry sports cards or you carry hats or you carry whatever it is, you might be able to do something with that from a reselling standpoint and get like people that follow you and are interested in what's coming out new. But I personally don't see it being anything past that if you have random stuff, which most resellers do. You should be adapting. If you're not going to focus on one particular area, you need to be adapting to whatever's selling at the moment. Next up, we've got some Crocs here. These are the 7-Eleven Crocs. I've had these for a minute, and we bought these from a call out. I think we got them from Finish Line or something like that when they clearanced these out. It was a bread and butter call out, and I bought a lot of them, all size 12, 13, some big sizes. Normally that's good, but these have tanked really bad, and so they haven't been selling, but it looks like they might be coming back. So we sold these ones. What did we sell these for? I think we got $65 out of these, and I think we paid like $25 for them, which is still a little high, but at the time they were super popular on TikTok and stuff like that. They kind of have died down, obviously, but I still sell them every month or so. I'll sell a pair, and can't complain. They're actually really cool. I would probably rock a pair of these if around the house, at least, if they had my size, but not going to work on the size 12. I gotta remember the UPS stuff. Oh, and this one's important. They actually paid overnight for that, so I want to make sure I don't lose this one. Let's set that right on top. So somebody paid overnight. I gotta make sure those go out today, so I gotta drop them off today to make sure. Let's see. Let's ship a couple more hats out here, guys. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything like that, let me know in the chat. You guys are always welcome. Doesn't even have to be reselling related. We're just here to hang out. Next up on the sales list is the McLaren hats. I've actually been selling these pretty often over on eBay. I think we sold 2 this weekend, and we only paid $11 for these at a hat call out sale. Again, it's a kind of a, it's in the bread and butter group, so I don't want to call it out because we still cook this sale quite a bit and we kind of want to keep it exclusive. But it is a call out over there. We paid $11 for these and we are selling them for $60 right now over on Amazon. It's crazy how good the F1 stuff sells. And like I said, we've sold 2 of this particular style. We got 2 styles. One's this, I believe the Mexico, I want to say it's the Mexico one. And then we also have, shoot, I don't remember what the other one is, but there's from different races. And these ones seem to be the more popular ones, but definitely cannot complain getting $60 for those hats. And we've got some more of those coming in, actually, a few different styles. Next up, let's grab the next hat here. We do have this Atlanta Braves hat. Sold this over on eBay, paid $13 for it and sold it for $55. It is a 7 3/4, which is kind of a big size, but it sold kind of unique retro logo, not logo, retro script. I don't know what you call that. I forget what I named it, but it's definitely a cool hat. And like I said, sold it for $55 over on eBay. That's the type of hat that we're definitely going to be focusing on over on the website. So I'll have some of the newer stuff that I get, you know, more basic stuff, but definitely going to be trying to draw in the crowd that are looking for that hat. That's been discontinued. You can't find it anymore. And hopefully they can find it on my website and they'll come back. And these are the ones that I've been getting a lot of repeat buyers from. They'll come and buy a hat every couple of weeks off of me on eBay. So I want to try to gain as much of that business as we can over on the website. All right. We're going to just keep going, rolling with the hats since I have so many of them stacked up here. Next up, we have this hat I bought a long time ago at Ross. We paid $7, excuse me, for it. I'm not even sure what this brand is. Catchfly. Okay, so it is Catchfly Studios. It's a women's hat. Not much to say about it. You see it. Sold for $20, I believe. Yeah, 7 into 20. It sold over on Mercari, if I remember correctly. I think it was Mercari. So we didn't pay fees on it. We just had the shipping. So still made $7 to $8 off of it, which I'm not going to complain about that for sure. But we did not the greatest sale, and definitely held on to it way too long. It took me, I think, 2 years or more to sell that one. So don't recommend those for sure. Anyway, let's see what else we got going on. We got inventory coming in. We picked up a bunch of Hey Dudes from a call out in Bread and Butter as well. They had a sale going on over there, and we picked up quite a few. They actually had a glitch on that sale, and the discount was working twice. So that was pretty cool. I ended up getting 50% off of their clearance stuff. So that's the type of stuff, guys. If you're into that type of online arbitrage and stuff and you want to know about that, Bread and Butter pays for itself over and over with that. Next up, we have this Chargers hat. This is just a $39.30, and these are actually from 2022, I believe, sideline hats. I got this in a bulk deal. Paid, I think I ended up paying $12 for these. It was in a whole mix of other ones, obviously, but we ended up paying $10 to $12 for these. Sold it for $30 over on eBay, and it actually sold really fast. And it's a small medium, so nice little sale there. I'll take it. I got to remember to put these cards in here. Definitely a nice little sale, especially again from a small medium. Normally I have to drop the price on those, or not necessarily just drop it, but it's just they don't sell very often. My hat stack falling apart here, but it is what it is. So we'll take that one. All right, let's grab another pair of shoes. Actually, we're gonna grab a really cool sale that it's taken forever to sell for me, but I'm glad they did. And we'll have to do a little bit of packing on it. This is one of those random things you run across as a reseller. You happen to know maybe something about the category, and you know it's a good deal. And that's what happened here. These are some rigid pod lights for off-road vehicles, well, and trucks, whatever you want to use them on. But they are automotive, so we use them for our side-by-side. You can put them on trucks, whatever you want. These were on a Black Friday deal this past week. It was a discontinued model, and they had them drop down to like $80 for the set of 2. So there's 2 pod lights in here. That seems like a lot, and in reselling, you very rarely find me. I'm gonna go drop, you know, $80 on a bunch of them. I actually bought 20 of these, so this particular model. So again, it's kind of an oddity to, you know, spend that much on them. But I knew they were worth something just because I've had to buy them in the past for myself. And these sold over on Amazon for $230. So 80 into 230. And honestly, shipping I think was only $10, $9-10, something like that. So definitely worth it. And they have slowed down in sales, but they are still moving for me every now and then. I've just hardly ever sell them on the weekend. So glad to be able to show you guys one of those. Again, this is one that if you're always pay attention when you're shopping for yourself. You never know when you're going to come across a deal for reselling that you wouldn't have thought of to look for. And that's, again, you know, whether you're into clothing, whether you're into motocross, whether it's, you know, knitting, whatever your category is, you never know what you're going to find that in that area that you can make money off of. And you're already going to know what it's worth. And that's one of the reasons why I tell people to start with what they know. Is because you can find a lot of good deals over there on stuff that maybe somebody else doesn't know the value of. This is a really odd sale. I really don't even know what it is. It's for an old game, I guess. This is the Unlock the Secrets Interactive Strategy Guide for Shadow Warrior. So you video game people, you may know exactly what this is. I may have sold it way too cheap. I don't know. I've had it listed for 2 years. Bought it at a bin store for, I think it would have been $8, if that. It's brand new, sealed. It is a little bit damaged on the back. It's kind of caved in a tiny bit, but honestly, it's in extremely good condition. It's not sun faded, which I guess was a big thing. Whenever the buyer asked for more pictures of it and stuff, they wanted to know that. So, like I said, brand new, sealed. We only got $25 out of it, but I don't know if it was worth more. I had it listed for $28 for literally 2 years and no interest whatsoever. So glad to have it out of the house and out of the storage bins for now. We'll take whatever we can get. We're just going to pack this right in this box here, and it'll be good. But yeah, so we got that sale. Again, just something out of the bins that I've had forever. I'm glad to see it go. Let's see. We don't have any comment. I thought that was a new comment. My bad. What else we got going on? I feel like I'm struggling, guys. I feel like the website topic kind of was too short. I don't know what else to talk about over there. Honestly, I mean, I could talk about that stuff if you guys are interested. Let me know. I can continue talking about all it's taken over there. But honestly, it's just been a lot of tedious work. I am removing this label, guys. I could slap a label over it, but I just don't like doing that. So we're gonna move this. I am reusing a box for this one. I've got this stack of reused or recycle boxes on the side here, and I just need to get them out. They are in my way, and so we're gonna try to use them as much as we can. But yeah, like I said, that took forever, and it's still taking forever. Definitely something, if you can start on the ground floor, it's a lot easier to do than trying to import all this product, because that's been my biggest issue, is importing it. He says, are you going to consider lowering prices to get rid of inventory instead of moving it? Yeah, I'm going to be doing some, like, I don't know what you call it, basically sales, basically on large inventory. So most of my inventory is toted. The only thing that isn't in totes that's not easily movable is shoes. And so I've got some shoes and some bulk items, some big items from like bins and stuff that I've had. And I will be going through and doing like a, 20% off sale or something, just to clear it out. Not only that, it'll regain my capital back from some of it so that I can go right into it once I get moved into the new place. I'll have some inventory capital ready to go. But yeah, definitely going to try to move a little bit more. Honestly, though, my shoes have been selling down so fast as it is. I hate to do it because I know I'm not going to have hardly anything once I get back down there. But it will make it a little bit easier to move. Shoes, the totes and stuff, literally, they're so fast and easy to move. This office, which you guys see behind me, is going to be kind of a pain to pack, but the rest of it is pretty much just grab the tote and go. It's not going to be a whole lot of work, which is kind of what I'm hoping for, at least in my mind. That's how it's going to work. We'll see. The move is something that I've been thinking about a lot, and not going to say I'm completely stressed yet, but I'm getting there because it is a lot to think about. And not just the move as far as, actually physically moving the product, but finding a place. Obviously, it's crazy with a business that you run out of your house. I don't know if that's how I'm going to continue running it. I would like to have a separate location for my business versus the home. It wears. I mean, obviously this is how I make my money and everything, but at the same time, you want to have some sort of house away from work. I mean, would you guys like living at work? That's basically what I do. And I honestly don't mind it. I kind of enjoy it because I can work on it whenever. I don't have to drive there or anything like that. But at the same time, it's kind of, it's not the greatest for family and stuff. I can't have people come over, especially with how packed it is right now. I can't have friends or family over or anything like that really without it just being a mess. Nowhere to sit, nowhere to do anything. So I definitely do want to try to get that, and that's kind of adding to the stress, I guess you could say, of the move. Is literally just trying to come up with not only a place for us to live, but a place for the business, moving the business stuff, moving our stuff, getting all that arranged, getting it in the timeline so I can get out of this lease in time and get into the next one. I mean, obviously, if you guys have ever moved, it's all those stresses, but then on top of it, trying to find a second place for the business if possible, or finding a house that's big enough to hold both without being intrusive on one or the other. So it's definitely a lot of work and a lot of stress, but we're getting there, and we're just taking it a day at a time. We still got like 2 more months, basically. August, September, yeah, 2 more months. So I can't start moving on anything quite yet, but still trying to prep for it. It's just a lot. Next up, we've got this Adidas beanie. We picked this up from a Kohl's clearance event online. I want to say a year and a half ago. I think we paid $8 for these, and we're just getting 25 bucks for them over on Amazon. But they are starting to sell. I sold out of all the other colors I had. I had a purple color that sold really, really fast, and this one I'm down to the last one, I think. But it's taking a little bit longer for the brown ones. But they are selling. Tie-dye seems to still do really well, which is kind of interesting to me. I don't know, kind of odd. All right, let's grab a pair of shoes and ship those next. We've got some Nike Court Visions. These are from the Kohl's clearance event. We paid $25 for these, and they sold for $60. These are actually a really cool shoe. I might have kept a pair if they would have had my size, but no luck. I never find my size. If it's a shoe that I actually like, that I resell, I never find my size. It's so annoying. I don't know. I guess it's just how it goes. But yeah, we got, like I said, we got $60 out of these ones. So a little bit lower than I thought. I think they were comping about 65 when I bought them. But as per everything, when you buy from somewhere that's going to have a lot of resellers buying it, the prices tank. It's part of the thing. That's one of the things with the big hat sale that we had happen this week. Obviously, prices on most of those hats are just tanked to oblivion because people only paid $1. So they think, oh, if I can make $5 on it, I made, doubled my money. And it's just terrible. Like, people just, I don't know. Some people shouldn't be reselling. I think we all know that. But it is what it is. I mean, you got to go with it. And obviously, I'm not going to turn down the deal. I'm still going to be able to hold out for that price or, sell it on another platform. That is kind of what my goal has been. So, but like I said, these ones here just still not bad. I mean, 25 into 60, I think we're making 15, 20 bucks off of them. So we'll take it. And they're Nikes. Nike sell-through is just crazy. All right. Let's see. What else we got going on? No, you're Walmart FBA. Something that I don't know if many of you guys have seen if you're in the reselling game or not. But TikTok is now offering an FBA service. I don't know if that's in particular areas. I really didn't look into it that much. But I did see that in the news recently that TikTok is offering a place. They have TikTok Shop, which you can buy stuff off of there, and there's some people do really well with that. But they now offer a FBA service where you can ship your product into them, and they'll ship it and handle it and everything like that, and you just sell it. I know it's in the UK, but I don't know if they've implemented it over here in the US or not. Definitely be interesting to see how that goes. Not something I'm going to be looking into. I don't have time to do live shows, let alone try to do all this other stuff. I could have, and I honestly considered it a while back doing like Whatnot or something like that, kind of getting into that scene. But I just don't want to have to negotiate to that. It's hard enough for me to sit here and make sure that every Monday I do these live streams. Not that I don't want to, but just, things happen, things go on, and you got, as a business owner, you got to take care of whatever happens when it happens, so to speak. So yeah, it's just crazy to see, how much time and effort this stuff takes, and to try to do that on the regular, I just couldn't do it on top of my other business. So that's why we did go the website route instead of going with a whatnot stream. Because honestly, with how many hats and stuff I have, I could have done a whatnot channel just for hats, what I'm doing with the website. Probably wouldn't have made as much profit, but I could move hats. And with how many I get in and how many I have available to me, it probably would have worked. But I just can't commit to that much time and effort, because once you schedule a show, you want to make sure you're there, and things happen. I mean, it's just part of the business. So if you're not going to make that your primary business, then I definitely don't see it being very useful. And again, I think that's where TikTok falls for me personally. Obviously, this is going to vary from person to person, but that's just how I see it. We've got this hat going out, and I don't know why. The buyer paid, I have like a $3 charge for faster shipping on Amazon, and normally I just pocket the $3 because I ship, priority or whatever anyways. That's not the case anymore, so I had to ship it UPS ground. It didn't cost me any more. Their extra $3 or whatever covered it, so they'll probably get it a little bit faster. But it is going UPS ground. It's just weird to see a hat going UPS ground. That is just another one of those F1 racing ones that we talked about earlier. Next up, we got a Dallas Cowboys hat. This one was, again, another bread and butter call out over on, no, it wasn't Dick's. It was Academy, I believe. They had a whole bunch of Cowboy stuff, way super cheap. We picked these up, and they weren't exactly the cheapest. I actually paid $9 for these, which is a little bit more than I would normally pay for a $9.40, or about the same rate, but I bought a ton of them. And the reason for that is because I actually sell a non-new era version of this hat, and I was moving them for $27 or $25, at least one or two a week. And I had a whole bunch of those. So I figured these would do just as good. They haven't yet, but football season's just coming into play. And actually, I bought 2 or 3 different colorways of these, and this was the more expensive one at $9. The rest were like at $7 or $8. So we bought a bunch of these. This one did sell, and it's going out. We sold it for $28. So 9 into 28 is a decent profit. And like I said, it's a Cowboy, Cowboys sell like crazy. And I know once football season starts, they'll go crazy as well. I actually do plan on doing some local pop-ups still. I think I've talked about that in the past. I've done 1 or 2 in the past, but I do plan on doing it through probably fourth quarter. I don't have a ton of sourcing that normally goes on in fourth quarter, so I want to do those pop-up shops as well as, shipping and stuff like that to keep me busy. And Cowboys do crazy, especially in person. So we'll be doing not necessarily farmers markets, but similar kind of styles of pop-up shops. And Cowboys are going to do excellent. They always do really well. So that's why we bought so many. Next up, we've got the Atlanta Braves. This is that hunter green colorway that I saw a lot of hats in. I have a ton of Braves, so I'm actually hoping these will start moving. The other ones sold really fast, so I'm out of almost all the sizes, but the Braves ones I have a lot of. These ones here is a 3/8, so it is a very popular size going out, and they paid $45 for this particular hat. Now, that is on the lower end of what I priced them at, but that seems to be a really solid price point for them. And like I said, they move fairly quickly. People really like that simple kind of style, so happy to see it go, and we'll make the money off of that one. Let's see, next up, I'm going to put my disclaimer in here. If you've made it through this far, thank you so much. Appreciate it. We are at the hour mark, basically. But I did want to cover, for any of you that are just watching this that aren't familiar with reselling, hats are not a fast-moving item, okay? So it looks like I'm selling a lot here, and I am. I'm moving a lot of hats, but what a lot of people don't realize is I literally have over 6,000 hats now in my inventory. So they are not going to be your fastest movers. You're going to hold them for a lot longer than other items. It is a good market, and the margins are good if you don't tank the prices, but that's why the profit margins are there, because you do have to hold them longer to get them. So just keep that in mind. If you're brand new to this, I know it looks like I'm, making all my money on hats. It maybe makes up half, if that, but like I said, I have so many thousands of them in stock to be able to make this many sales this often. So just keep that in mind. Next up, we've got these, who is this? yeah, this is the Huya brand, I believe. The Hog oil rig caps. These are really cool. Oil rigs, anything oil rig related actually does really well, especially with hats and shirts and stuff like that. The Huya brand, Hooey, I believe, or Hooy brand, have a lot of it, and they do really well. We picked this up from a recent call out in Bread and Butter, or an inlet store sale, the $10 hat sale. We paid $10 for those, and we sold them for $35 a piece. Somebody actually bought 2 of them, so they'll be going out to them. So 22 after tax into $70. And these ones do sell fast. Not gonna lie, these ones sell really fast. But we got that order come in. We've been selling a lot of these hats over on Amazon, which is great. If you can find an Amazon listing, you can move through them. But not everything has a listing over there because there are just so many styles of hats. You're not gonna find a listing for a lot of them. Next up, let's grab one of these items over here. If you guys have any topics or anything, I'm honestly out. I didn't expect to move through it that fast. We can talk about, let's see, what else can we talk about from this past week? That's the thing with what I've been doing. There's not been anything interesting. Oh, we did sell, I do want to mention some local sales that we did, but we'll talk about that here in just a second. This is from that clearance sale where we got the $1 hats. They actually had a bunch of clearance merchandise, buy one, get one for $1. And we got these these Adidas Tiro pants. These were a lot higher price for some reason. I'm not sure. I forget the material. They're really nice, honestly. I almost kept these. They are my size. But we sold them over on Amazon, and we sold them within a day of listing them for, what did I sell them for? $36. So 15 into 36 is what we ended up paying. $15, I think, for all the apparel averaged out once the buy one get one for $1 came in to play. So 15 into 36, and this was actually probably the lowest priced item, or the lowest selling price item that I bought. So everything else is going to sell for more than the $36. I just needed one more item to make it even, and I seen these and figured I would either keep them myself or sell them. They sold super fast, so I guess I'm not keeping them, but we'll take it. That sale, like I said, guys, crazy sale. I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye out for future ones in the past. What I did forget to mention, actually last week, I think I told you guys my totals. This week my totals were about $2,300, quite a bit lower than last week. But again, I don't know what happened with eBay. eBay has been really slow, so hopefully it picks back up. But my Amazon kind of made up for it this weekend in that aspect. Last week we actually, I don't remember what numbers I told you guys, but we had $1,000, over $1,100, no, $1,200, excuse me, in sales locally. And what we ended up selling were some side-by-side parts, some Can-Am Defender parts, a windshield, and a front bumper that we picked up from an auction about a year and a half ago. And finally sold those locally, and sold both of those for $1,100. And then we actually sold a Nest doorbell that I bought from a Kohl's clearance event. I thought for some reason I comped it wrong. I comped the wrong one, so it wasn't worth listing on eBay. Listed it locally for $100, and I think I paid like $65 for that. So we still made $35 off of that. We just had to sell it locally. Facebook Marketplace, guys, I don't necessarily recommend shipping things through Facebook Marketplace, but for local stuff like that, you can make some money. And like I said, that was a clear profit. Those parts that we bought, I think we only paid like $300 for. So we made $700-800 off of that deal. Really, really happy to get it out here. Also, they're giant parts. The windshield obviously is huge, and the bumper box was at least this tall, taller than me, and probably that wide. So glad to get that out so I didn't have to move it. We sold this Project Prime. Who is this? Project Rock. There we go. Dwayne Johnson's line of Under Armour. This is a kid's hat, so just a toddler kid's hat. We picked up a bunch of these for $3 a piece from a supplier, and we are selling them for 24, I believe, or 21, excuse me, on Amazon. And they're moving fast. I think I've sold 5 or 6 this week, so should be out of them real quick. We're taking it. I am shipping it in a poly. They only paid $20 for it. It's obviously not a structured hat at all, and it's a kid's hat, so we're going to ship it in a poly. Plus, it's going on Amazon, or it was sold on Amazon, so you know if you buy anything from them, it's coming in a poly. Next up on the sold list is a Taylor Swift photo. Now, I don't know if I've talked to you guys about this or not. If I have, you're going to hear it again. This is an official Taylor Swift registered photo that we purchased from Taylor Swift's website back when they were switching over, when she did her what was the album? I don't remember. What she basically was saying she was done with country and going into pop. I don't remember what that one was. Had the "Look What You Made Me Do" song on it. I don't know. I cannot remember now off the top of my head. Anyways, when that happened, they actually went through and clearanced out all her merchandise on eBay and through her website. I was working for BuyRockAndRoll.rocks at the time. If you're interested in any merch like this stuff, they have a ton of great stuff over there. Highly recommend it. If I can remember, I'll put a link in the description. That's also another website that I've worked for, and I actually did some of the design on as well. So if you're interested in that, you can check it out. But it is just called BuyRockAndRoll.rocks. And it is, when we were working over there, we bought a whole bunch of it for the company. And then I went through, they went back a little bit later and listed a whole bunch of stuff on eBay, and I cleaned it out. We paid, I think, $1 for all of these, and I bought, I want to say 250, 300 of them, something like that, just different Taylor Swift photos. Had no idea that she was going to blow up into the big icon that she is now. But these actually have like the registered trade. These aren't reprints. These aren't anything like that. They came from there. We bought posters. We bought these. I bought some programs like the Red Tour programs. I'm down to my last one. I have it listed for like 150 bucks, and I have so many watchers on it. It's insane. But yeah, we ended up buying a whole bunch of stuff for like $1, $2 a piece. We paid, like I said, I think less than $1 for these afterwards after buying so many of them, and we're selling them for $25 a piece. So crazy profit margins on that. I have had them for a very long time, and they've been listed for a long time. But I went through and relisted them about 6 months ago, and they've started moving again. They just become kind of stale listings. So definitely happy to get that. We do ship these in these flat ones. We put the do not bend. So far, fingers crossed, knock on wood somewhere, I've not had any issues with it. They've gone there, arrived safe and sound, and I do slide them in those plastic sleeves just to keep fingerprints off them and stuff like that. Hopefully, we don't have any future issues with them. But like I said, crazy deal on those. And like I said, we do have posters and stuff too that we just have to get listed. I think most of them are listed, but there were some that were one-offs and stuff I just have never gotten around to. So I need to get through that since she is such a large icon now. But yeah, you never know what you're going to find. And that was just one of those examples. Next up is that Oklahoma University hat that we talked about earlier. 7 1/8 fitted Nike. These are really cool hats. They're kind of flimsy, which is what Nike is. Like they're not as structured as New Era. But the buyer paid $35 for this. I believe this one sold over on Mercari as well, and we sold it for $35. So no fees on that, just the shipping charge for that particular hat. But yeah, definitely a neat hat if you're an Oklahoma fan. That camo is really cool. Again, I've had that for a while. We picked that one up from a Marshalls or a Ross. I don't remember which one. I think it was Ross. We paid, I think, $11 or $12 for it. So we had to hold it for a while, but it is a really neat hat. I think that's the problem with me is I buy hats because I think they're cool and probably should buy them more for what teams they are to make sure they sell. That's one thing I've been struggling with, though, recently is trying to decide if I should buy hats specifically for the website. So obviously, if you purchase anything when you're doing reselling, you comp it, make sure that that team's doing good, that style, whatever it is. But I want to be able to offer, obviously, New York Jets don't sell very well as far as just a team name. It doesn't sell the best. But I still want to be able to offer a few options on the website. So I've been buying some things that maybe I don't think are going to sell very fast, but I want to still have something to offer on the website. And I don't know if that's smart or not. Let me know what you guys think on that. If that's something that, I want to do my thinking behind it before we do that. We got this Adidas fitted hat here we sold on Amazon. Mesh back, kind of unique fitted. Most of the time they are snapbacks, but we sold it for $35. We paid $6 on the hat sale call out from Bread and Butter. My thinking behind that is obviously if you get somebody that comes to your website and they're a Jets fan and they look and you don't have any Jets, they're probably not going to shop around for one, and they're definitely probably not going to come back. If you don't carry anything Jets, why would you carry Jets later, so to speak? Because it is a big name team. Now minor leagues and stuff like that obviously aren't going to be the case. If you don't have it, then most people don't think anything of that. But with it being a major NFL team, if you don't have it, why would they come back and shop you? So that's kind of my thinking behind it and why I've been buying some stuff that maybe not going to say they're bad hats, but maybe they're not super popular on eBay, but I want to still offer something on the website for all those teams. And I still have, believe it or not, with 6,000 some hats, and most of those being sporting hats, I still have some teams I don't have on the website. So definitely something I would love your guys' opinion on what you guys think of that, because it definitely is going to matter in the future if this website thing does take off. Next up, we've got some Converse. Yes, some Converse. Picked these up from Kohl's clearance event. We paid $22 for these after tax. These are like a fake mock leather. Really cool shoe. They've done really well for me in the past. They've slowed down in sales. I don't know if it's just Converse or I guess they are more of a winter shoe maybe, because they are emotionally high tops. So I don't know, but they've slowed down a little bit, but we're still getting 65 for those, I believe, or no, 70, sorry. So 22 into 70 on these, and they are size 10.5, so good size. Definitely glad to see them go, because these are the ones that take up so much space in my garage. Space. That's not what I meant to say. All right, guys, I think we are down to the last 2 items. This might be the shortest stream yet. But if you guys have anything you want to talk about or anything you want to discuss, I'll gladly stay on for a little bit longer. Just let me know in the chat. Definitely, guys, if you haven't, I would appreciate it after this video. If you can hit the thumbs up button, obviously, on this video, I would appreciate that. But definitely if you could give me 5 minutes of your time. I know you guys give it a lot to me. But check out the website and leave me a comment on this video after the live stream is done on what you guys think of the website. That would be super cool. I would greatly appreciate that. And I want to make sure that I get your guys' opinion on it, because obviously you guys are consumers as well as resellers. You might have an idea of some stuff that I missed, some things that need readjusted, whatever it is. So I greatly appreciate that. Like I said, there is the link. I should have had a pop up, but I can't put it up. Delco Resells is a coupon code. If you do see anything you're interested in, save yourself 10% on your order. And it's always free shipping over there as well. So whatever the price is that you see, that's what you pay. No other fees or anything like that. Again, Delco Resells. I think I did capitalize the D, and I gotta remember the K and the R, I think, in that series. If it's not working for you, let me know, but it shouldn't matter. I don't believe caps matters on it, but if it does, let me know. But it is just Delco Resells, all one word, if you want to take advantage of that. But like I said, I would love to hear your guys' feedback on what you think of it, and if there's anything else you guys think I need to address with the website. Also, while you're over there, if you want to give the Instagram and Facebook page a follow for the Delco's Dead Stock pages, down at the bottom of the website, there are the links to in the bottom of the website, down on the bottom right, there are links to the Instagram and Facebook page as well. So if you want to follow us over there, that'd be cool. We're going to be posting up like what new stuff is going to be coming in. When I get new stock in, we'll be posting up some sneak peeks, maybe some unique stuff that comes in. Just keeping people up to date over there. So any follows would be great for that as well. We've got this Detroit Tigers pink. It's a navy blue hat with the pink logo. And we bought these for, I think, $6, $5 or $6 from my supplier. And we have been literally selling the daylights out of them. I think I'm down to like my last 4, and I think I bought 15 or 20 of them. They've been selling really well, though, for $30 a piece. And we can't complain about that for sure. For a 47 MVP. Don't skip out on those 47 brand, guys. That brand sells just as well almost as New Era. You can't get quite as high of a price out of them, but they sell just as fast, so definitely keep an eye out for that. What else is going on? Guys, the giveaway. I do have the giveaway almost set up and almost figured out. That will probably be next week's video. So I haven't forgotten. We did hit the 250, and we're at like 255 subscribers now, so thank you guys so much for your support with that. We will be doing that, and I think that'll probably be the title and the announcement of next week's stream. It will be, everybody can enter. You don't have to necessarily watch the live stream to be able to enter. I mean, well, rewatch. You can rewatch the live stream to be entered into it as well. So it won't be a giveaway on the live, but we are going to have the details in that, because I know a lot of people, like I said, we get 5 to 10 viewers on the lives while we're live, but then the rewatchers are up into the hundreds. So I definitely want to give everybody a chance at it, and so we will be doing that next week on the live stream. So keep an eye out for that, and join us if you can. Maybe we'll do some bonuses or something like that. Maybe a bonus giveaway during the live stream. That would be pretty cool to do as well. So definitely check that out, and like I said, we'll be doing that next week. I haven't forgotten. It's just a lot going on. A lot going on. That is one of those hog hats that we just showed you guys that we've been selling for $35 over on Amazon. I picked it up for the $10 hat sale, and that is going to wrap it up. let me take a look, guys, make sure I don't have anything missed here. Last thing I want to do is not ship something that I'm supposed to. Thank you guys so much once again for all your support, all your watching, and your time while we do these. Let me know if you have any suggestions on topics. I think I mention it every week. You got tired of me saying it, but I'm really running out of ideas. So please let me know if you have anything. Otherwise, we're going to get some rambling like you're getting now. If you don't mind that, that's cool. We'll definitely be around for it. But like I said, I am to the point where I'm kind of running out of things to talk about on the stream. So if you have any topics, let me know. Other than that, I think that is pretty much going to wrap it up. If no one else has any questions or anything, that's what we got going out today. Not a crazy amount, honestly, but we'll take it from the weekend. This was Friday. This was Saturday and Sunday's orders, guys. I ship Fridays now. I still include them in my numbers just to keep those kind of universal, but we are shipping most of Friday orders out on Saturday, and then we just have Saturday, Sunday orders. So overall, still not a bad weekend in sales, but hopefully going to pick those up, and maybe we'll get some website sales in there this week as well. Thank you guys so much for everything, and we'll see you in the next one.